Hello again and welcome to another video. This is our December 2016, so 66 plate, Suzuki Vitara 1.6 SZ5, rugged, manual transmission. Quite a mouthful there. Now the car's done 59,598 miles with full Suzuki service history. Last service was about 1,000 miles ago, just or less than that actually, just before Christmas. I think it was November, end of November. 2 owners from new. I think the first owner had it approximately 2 years, and then the last keeper has had it ever since. It's just coming to us in part exchange. It's a very, very clean vehicle. We've done a few little jobs on the car, which I'll go through with you. The vehicle has had all the love that we give them here at Prestige Diesels and Sports. It's been totally machine polished, a thorough clean, and we'll take you around the vehicle now and show you all those bits. So starting at the front, exceptionally nice condition for a vehicle of this age. Even the headlights have got a really nice clean lens. There's no peppering on there. All of the plastic trims down here are in very nice condition. There's no scratches or anything. We've got front and rear parking sensors. We've got some LED lights there, fog lights. Now the silver section that runs up and around the number plate is a different paint finish to the bodywork, and it tends to sort of chip a little bit more. So we've actually had that redone, so it's like brand new. And then the bit down in the center, if I can just zoom in, the black gloss, there was a couple of little chips along there. So we did that at the same time. So it all looks absolutely perfect now. If I bring you up onto the grille, there's a couple of little sort of chippy marks on the chrome work there, but nothing nasty. If I bring you round to the driver's side now, again, all of these plastic trims. On a lot of these cars, you get a lot of scuff marks, and there aren't any on these. They're really sharp. If we look down the side of the vehicle there, you can see that the panels are very true. There's no ripples, they've not had any damage or anything like that. I'm going to bring you up onto the bonnet now. Now, I appreciate, can't really see too much because it's a white vehicle. Now I'm just glancing around and there are no sort of stone chips of any size whatsoever. I can't see anything. There's probably like a couple of dots or something, but there is nothing to speak of on that bonnet. It's polished up really well. The guys spend a lot of time bringing the paintwork up on the cars really nicely. Now we're going to drop down on this side now and look down the side of the vehicle. I'm just going to move around so you can see the reflection down the side of the car. Now additionally, we've had the mirrors finished in gloss black to match the little bit at the front of the grille and the other black items on the car. They looked a bit plain in white, to be honest with you, and it's really sort of changed the look a little bit. Now we've got panoramic roof up on the top here, which opens up. The front section goes over the rear section or underneath, I can't remember, but we will open it when we get inside the car. Now there's no damage up there. There's no damage on the paintwork at the back. All in really nice condition, as are the rails that run along. There's no discoloration to them or anything. It's not had a roof rack, so there's no like damage on there or scratches. The car's also got keyless entry. Now I just wanted to bring you out so you can see the side profile of the vehicle, or the Suzuki. So we've also, the wheels have also been finished in, it's almost black, it's like a very dark graphite colour, but there are no marks, that's all fresh as well. And again, the black trim that runs down the side of the car, there are no scratches on there either. There's no damage to the edge of the doors. If we look down that line there, There's no chipping on there. Come to the back door. Nothing on there. And then the filler cap, there's no scratches around there. All of the rear lights have been machine polished. Let's bring you down and show you this rear wheel. And then we've got privacy glass at the back of the vehicle as well. We've got rear parking sensors, rear camera. It's really quite loaded up. Let's come back out and show you. And then I'm going to bring you down. As I say, it's always very difficult to video the white cars in here. So I'm going to do my best. You can see it's all clean up under there. Bring you up onto the top. Okay, let's come round to the driver's side and we'll drop down low on this side so you can see down the side of the car. And then the rear wheel. And again, those plastics, no dig marks. Front wheel, mirror cap. I'll just bring you up onto the top here. So you can see that sort of like satin chrome. Because if you put a roof rack on there, sometimes people clamp them on too tight and they mark it. But nothing on there. Let's just come back out. It's this side of the car. Okay, I think we'll move round now and take a look inside. In fact, before we do, I'm just going to bring you over to the table. I nearly forgot this. I just wanted to show you, let's get this in focus, pre-delivery by Suzuki, and then we've got 7,270 miles in 2017, that's end of 2017, and then June 2019 at 24, 37, 47, and then at 58 there. There's all the receipts here as well. I think almost all of the services are all in there. Previous MOTs, we've got the infotainment book and the handbook for the car. So I think as good as you're going to find, really. Anyway, back to the car. So we check out the door card on this side. Again, surprisingly, no real damage or scuffs on there. I think there's one tiny little mark just on the silver bit there. I mean, I'm being very particular, but then that's how I am. Some people might use another word. All nice and clean under there. And then if we look at the door shuts, there's no scratching on the paintwork. They come up all around the outside edge, all of the rubbers, all the way around, no dig marks in there. And then we've got these sort of half leather and velour seats, height adjustment there. No marks on the dash. The car's also got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so you can link your phone to the infotainment system and you'll see all your apps, Google Maps, Waze, your music. And the last thing is put some little rubber covers in all the areas where you can store stuff. They're in every little nook and cranny by the looks of it. Just a bit of protection. Pretty much how they looked after the car. As you can see there, they stop things sliding around as well, which is quite handy. Got a clock up on the centre there. Not very often you get a clock in cars nowadays. It's all sort of digital, isn't it? There's a blind that pulls over as well for the sunroof. So we'll come back to the rear door card. Again, nothing much to speak of. There's no real damage. I think there's a couple of, oh God, I mean, I'm being really fussy here. Look, tiny little hairline marks. Nothing that would worry anyone. Down to the bottom, you see how clean the vehicle is. What a good job done. No scratches or dents, and the door shuts. And then if we check out the back seat on this side, you can see there are no dig marks, no scratches. All the seats are in really nice condition. Isofix lugs in there as well for child seats. Let's just come back out a bit. Now, we'll come to the back, open up the boot. So, nice and clean in here as well. Now, worth pointing out, all the plastic trims at the side are not beaten to death like they are on some SUVs and four-wheel drives. All in really nice condition. All the carpets all the way around. And in this side, we've got a little 12-volt plug in there as well. And the parcel shelf as well. And the back of the headrests. And along that edge where the leather finishes, there's no scuffing, nothing's ripped. If we come down here, we can pull this out like so. You've got like a split boot. Now under here is the spare wheel. You can see really nice and clean in there. All as it should be. Now this can be, you can either have it with storage like so, or I think you can actually put it in lower like so. So it sits lower, so if you've got something a bit taller to put in the boot, it gives you a bit more space. If we come up round here, I just want to show you everything I can to give you a really good picture of the car. And along the top edge of the rear boot, there's this protector, so you don't really get any scuff marks on there. Whoops. Try and get that back. There we go. Okay, so we'll close that down. I think this little button here is part of the central locking, so you can press to lock the boot. Let's open up the rear door. Again, this door card's like all the others really. There's no nasty bits of damage or anything all the way down. Nothing really to speak of. I'll just get that in focus. The lightest of, tiniest of marks there, but nothing to speak of. As I say, no damage down here. Come all the way up and around. And then we'll check out that the front seat, but the back of the front seat. So nothing's slid forward when the seats have been down and punctured the back or anything like that. This is exactly how you'd want to find a car of this age, if you could find one. Well, you have now, I suppose, haven't you? So here we go. So just worth saying, that locks the car. You didn't see it, but the lights flash. If I press it again, unlocks the car. That's the keyless entry. Driver door card. All the way down to the bottom. And then we've got electric folding mirrors as well. All of this is in really nice condition again. There's no scratches or dig marks. We've got a full set of mats in the car. no wear on the bolsters of the seat. And then just over here we've got the stop start that you can turn off, parking sensors, fog lights, and the adaptive cruise control. You can, let me just grab the camera with 2 hands. It's got near and far on there, all turn it off. So you've got anti-collision or collision warning, and you can adjust that. We've got adaptive cruise control. So if I jump in, let's just shut this door. What we'll do, we'll start the vehicle up. Where's the, there it is. So it's keyless start as well. Very quiet little engine. Now if I just zoom in down there, 59,598. That was the average fuel economy on the last run, so that's pretty good as well. And on the steering wheel we've got the cruise control, and then this is the adaptive button to mark how far in front or behind the car you want to be, which will come up in that display. And then you've got the mode button for the stereo, volume control and selection, voice control, telephone down there. And if I just, I'm just gonna see, bear with me. I'm just trying to work out where all the buttons are for, oh, we've got speed limiter as well. Fuel economy, average fuel. We've got the clock over here. Let's just turn, where's the volume is on the side here. Now I've just realised we've got, I'll tell you what we'll do, we're going to do the roof. Now it's an electric blind, an electric roof, because one of the lights is shining on that screen and I need to put the blind over. So that roof, I'm just going to see, that really does open up quite far. That's really quite nice. So it, yeah, it lifts over the top of the rear section. I think you can have it just in the upright position like so. Push it forward again. Oh, we have to press and, okay, one touch again. So we're just going to put that blind over. There we go. And that is better. You can still see a bit of the light from above. Now we have tried out the Android Auto and the Apple CarPlay. It's all working fine. You do always need to have a decent lead. Sometimes if you've got a bit of a duff lead, you will have problems. Now using this button up here, we've got the radio, we've got DAB, and you can flick through your stations here. I don't know if you can change the display yet. There you go, change the display there. Now we've got home over here. This is where you'd connect up with your smartphone. Sorry about the light. Guidance. You've also got sat-nav built into the system as well. There we go. And then you can minus on this side plus the other side. Oh, there we go. And then shortcuts up here to your music, etc. We've got settings down here, so you can select what you want as an option. Now if we go back to home, then press settings, this is where we've got various other settings in the car. Measurements, I'm just seeing if that does, oh yeah, there we go. So all there. And then down a little bit further, I'm just going to put the lights on, just so that this brightens up. And then we've got the climate control. You can press the auto button, and then down, let's turn that fan speed. Let's turn that off actually, fan speed's on this side. We've got the USB port for, you need to plug your phone in for the Android Auto or the Apple CarPlay. Then we've got a 12-volt socket, 5-speed gearbox, cubby holes back there, and all nice and clean in here. I think this is the locking wheel nut in there, and all the books we've already showed you. So I'm just gonna try and see if I can reach the bonnet clip. I'm not too sure if it's on this side or the other side, but I think we've covered pretty much everything in the vehicle. Bear with me, there we go. And that was a little trigger for Dan, because I've changed the order in which I said I was going to do things. Thanks, Dan. Right, let's take a look under the bonnet. I've got the key in my pocket and it's running. Now that is so quiet. The microphone on this phone is very, very sharp, and the fan's just kicked in. I think it's the fans. It's been running. There's headlights. Let's bring you around, let's try and get it back in focus. Come up. There we go. Really nice, tidy engine bay. Didn't mean to zoom in then, but got a good view of something. So yeah, and if we look up underneath the bonnet as well, you see, always good to check on this, on this edge here, all round here, because a lot of vehicles, they suffer rust there. They get chipped on the edge and then they rust, sometimes not on the outside, but on the inside. And this is all really nice and clean. So it's the air conditioning pump kicking in. So lovely under there. So we'll pop that down. And then to close, always just bring it down and just drop it. And it'll always fit straight into position, and you won't dent the bonnet trying to push it down afterwards. So we've got it running. Fantastic. So that's our Suzuki Vitara SZG Rugged. We've got some great warranty options if you want to take out any extended warranties. And if you've got any questions, please give me a call. Hopefully you found the video really helpful. If I've missed anything, please give me a call. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.